Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you find yourself in this entire world, I welcome you. How are you, my friends, my warriors? I'm so grateful that you're here today on Christmas. I wanted to send a quick Christmas message to just let you know how much I appreciate you. And to tell you that even though this has been a difficult year for everyone, especially those who are grieving the death of a loved one for the first time, or this year for the first time, or for those even who have remembered those in the past who have left us, I just want you to know that no matter what stage of grief you are in, it's perfectly normal and natural. Today I'd like to remind you that just taking a little bit of time to think of all the things you are grateful for, the things you are grateful for, not just what you've lost, but especially what you have still. And that can be difficult at times, but I think it's really important to just stop and sit down and write in your journal things you're grateful for, even the smallest things, the people who are still in your life, the people who love you, the people who have done wonderful things for you, who came out of nowhere. Maybe you met them in a group, maybe they're one of your neighbors who knew what you were going through and came by to help you and befriend you and spend time with you. It's amazing. We think that the people who will be there for us will be all the individuals who were there when the person died. And they gave you all these platitudes and all these promises at the funeral, but then they never showed up or they never followed through. They just kind of went away and never came back into your life. And you know what? That's okay. You never chase after people who don't want you in their life. Never. You let them go. They were there for a season, and that season is over. So don't feel badly. Let them be on their merry way. And all other people that you've never known before start coming in, and showing up in your life. And you're amazed. Count those as your blessings. Count those people as your blessings, because they are. I also want you to write in your journal other things you're grateful for. The roof over your head, the people who took you in if you needed that, the ability to pay the bills that you can, the safety that you found because where you were wasn't safe. The people who are teaching you new ways to do things that will help you. The smallest of gifts, the new tea that you decided to try, the new sweet you got for yourself. Those small things, they mean everything. The people in your life who really love you, they are everything to you. And it might sound like we're minimalistic at this point. And you know what? It's a good way to live. We've done that this year. We've downsized, and we love it. And we've moved on, and we're happier. There's less clutter, less things to worry about. It's actually quite refreshing. But oh, what a beautiful life it is now. So the other thing I'd like you to do, whether you do it in your journal or whether you do it on paper and maybe even bring it to the cemetery and dig a little place for it, I want you to write a letter to the ones that you loved, who you've lost. Write a letter and say all the things that needed to be said and maybe you didn't get to say when they were alive. You need to have that come out of your spirit. It may be harboring you, it may be hurting you, and you just don't know it. Say everything that was never said. I also want you to share what's been going on in your life. The good, bad, and the ugly. Share it all. Get it out of your system. You don't want these things in your soul to harbor there and hurt you. You know, when we don't release our grief, when we don't release our pain, it can turn into sickness and illness, and you do not want that. Make sure you release all of that and write it all out. It may take a long time, it may take several days. You may think you're finished when you're done writing today, and the next thing you know, there's more you want to say. So do so. And lastly, remember to tell them how much you miss them. You miss their closeness. And I think that's the primary thing that is so hard to deal with. The ability to have them right there next to you, teaching you things, doing things for you. Just the closeness, the hugs, being able to snuggle up next to them and tell them you love them. There's no reason you can't light a candle and do the same thing in your own home. And if all the tears come, let them. Get out the box of tissues before you start. Never be embarrassed by your tears, whether they're in your own home or when you gather with people today. We love you. We want the best for you. So please remember to have a good day. If you're afraid to go to events because you think you can't handle it, you just give your host a little heads up that you're feeling very, very sensitive today. And you might need to leave a little early. And that's okay. That's quite okay. You're going through a difficult time, and everyone knows it. And there may be people there who are going through the same thing. You can all cry together. Try to remember to play the remembrance game at dinner. Remember when we did this with Dad? Remember when I did this with my loved one? Remember when I did this with my husband? Yes, you're going to cry. So what? Enjoy the day as much as you can. I'm praying for you. I send you blessings and much love. Have a lovely day. Merry Christmas.